Welcome everyone, I'm Tim, and this is the controller. Thanks for clicking on Fallout 4. You only live once. Last time we did a little headhunting, tracked down another robobrain, and took care of them. Unfortunately, we were super tired and basically incapacitated, so we had to run back to the castle and take a rest to clear that up. Today we are going to be heading back to Ada to turn in that quest and find out where the last robobrain is in part of the Automatron DLC. And if you've been enjoying this content, please hit that like and subscribe button, as it would be greatly appreciated. With that, let's jump into it. Now, the last time I was here, I did store a good chunk of stuff in the workshop here. So, basically pick that back up like this chameleon. I might want to put that back in the rotation at some point, so we'll take that. And the sharp leather, I'm actually not sure why I put that in here to begin with, as it only weighs 2. And with the charisma, that is good for any speech checks. Took the rest of the aid that was in the workbench there. As I was sitting on the Mirelurk Queen meat, that will be good to cook up once we get back to Hangman's Alley. We'll leave pretty much all the rest of the junk because we might want to be building up the castle at some point, so we want to keep as much resources there as possible. Now, as long as I follow the same route that I've taken in the last couple episodes, I should be able to skirt around the shore a little bit, head back to Hester's electronics store, cut back across to the combat zone, and work my way back to Hangman's Alley with no issue. Well, we in fact did have no issues making the rest of the way back to Hangman's Alley. So as we are now at home sweet home, we can talk to Ada one more time.
Thank you. It's like
Here
I
you
can
go,
finally
Ada.
think straight.
One slightly dented but still functional radar beacon.
We do in fact have to head to the Fort Hagen satellite array for the last of the robobrains.
Alcohol after settling down here. Doctor said I
That
shot
shouldn't
my
be too
liver.
big of an issue, as hasn't been that long since we tracked down and took care of Kellogg. But should be the last one. And now that we're back at base, we can cook up some delicious meat to keep us going. And the really good meat is what we're looking for is the Mirelurk Queen steak. +2 endurance for 1 hour is nice. It's better when you are doing just regular survival mode and not the YOLO, but it also fills you up very quickly, and it is also extremely valuable. The Mirelurk cake, being able to breathe underwater, is nice. However, once we get Aqua Girl, that won't be necessary. What we are really wanting to look for is doing this Mirelurk egg omelet. All we need is to pick up some dirty water. We just mix it with that Mirelurk egg, and we can have 50 action point restore. So this will be basically like the Nuka-Cola that we have that replenishes some action points, except for this won't caffeinate, which is fine. When we are just in normal battle, we can get some action points coming back. But as we are hungry now, we can eat some of that delicious steak that we just cooked up of the Mirelurk Queen steak. We are properly fed once more. And since we haven't dealt with any enemies, we are sitting at 0 adrenaline. It is daytime yet, so I think we can just take another sleep, and we'll sleep for 12 hours to bring it on over to close. close to nighttime for our travels. Waking up, feel well rested. Unfortunately, it looks like we are still under the effects of fatigue, still requiring frequent sleep. Now just drop off the rest of our junk and get heading out. So long, Hangman's Alley. We will be back to you before too long. Now, as we are sitting at zero adrenaline, I do have a plan for that. We will want to build that back up before we start taking on any more robots. Fortunately, there is one location that I haven't cleared out that has quite a few enemies dotted around that should actually be fairly easy to take out. And as we are also coming up on this random spawn point, we'll take a look to see what's here. Mr. Handy Wrecker. Not sure what else is here, but we can get a few shots off. Every kill will help the adrenaline. Marcy Long, what are you doing out here? A little bit more going on up here at the random spawn point. If we can get eyes on what's going on, see if it's worthwhile to take out. Ah, scavenger. Scavengers are pretty easy. Who are they facing? Not sure. But can get a couple shots off at them. Just a bunch of scavengers. They go down nice and easy. Believe I saw one more over here. Unless I'm just full of it. There we go. And actually that worked out really well. I now back at full crits. So the location I'm thinking about going to is the Forest Grove Marsh. Now that I have walked across there previously, well, alongside it, without actually going in. There are tons and tons of ghouls there, but as ghouls don't carry any projectile weapons, they should be a pretty easy target to take out. It's open ground, so hopefully I'll be able to pick them off from afar without running into any real issues. And if we're lucky too, there might be a couple legendaries dotted in there as well. Now, as long as there's not another 6 robots like there was when I was hunting down Kellogg at the regular Fort Hagen, we should be alright. As we are already coming back up on the bridge. Well, as we're getting a little closer now, looks like the swarm bot that I had taken out earlier is still down, which is a good sign that the random spawn might not have respawned at this point. At least that is my hope. Stay away from those rad barrels once again. now should be able to hang a right and start going towards downtown a little bit. Hopefully we can just start picking off some ghouls. If all else fails, I just need to get up onto the roof system, because then it will be crazy difficult for them to come get me. In fact, that might actually be a better option. Looks like there's a ramp over here. Switch over. Be able to get a few more shots off in bats. Have a pretty good vantage point from up here. Brackets are shifting, but not seeing any ghouls. There are supposed to be ghouls. That's mildly concerning. This place is supposed to be swimming with the ghouls. Alright, ghouls, I took some mutated fern. Is that what you're needing to see from me? And maybe I'm just kind of baffled, because I know there are a lot of ghouls in Forest Grove Marsh here. I haven't come in, so the only other option is that maybe the robots decided to swing through here, or if another... Oh, Psychotats, nice. Or if another group came through to take them out. I honestly don't know. We'll head over to the other side of town. See if anything crops up. Oh, there we go. Caution. Okay. I hear ghouls. Okay, I gotta get to higher ground. There are... Now the ghouls are waking up. Got a reaver over there. Should take a little bit to make their way up to me. Must have just had to get far enough in for them all to trigger. Good job, he took that. That's actually a little more concerning. Just keep checking my 6. with my sneak and just the sheer having them needing to path towards me, it shouldn't be too big of an issue. As long as I save enough action points that I can use a crit if needed. Because now they're actually starting to come up here a little fast. Okay, that's just that revert that I have mostly wounded. Ooh, 237 experience for that. That is nice. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Just a bunch of ghouls. Unfortunately, no legendaries yet. Oh, idiot savant triggers another 163. This is what I wanted, just gobs and gobs of ghouls. Get a lot of kills. Oh, actually back to hidden. Now I know that there are more ghouls dotted around. In fact, there's a roamer. He is going the long way. Ooh, a reaver. Mildly concerned, I'm not sure where that roamer went off to. Ah, maybe he's way over there. This is precisely what I was looking for, though. Back to hidden. But adrenaline at 20%. That is not too shabby. That roamer went back to his starting spot. Brackets are still shifting pretty good. That is a good sign. I really want just a few more. This roof would have made up another good spot. We can make it over there. That's another decent spot to hold out. Just slightly concerned I'll come into this building and that they'll actually be right here. Got somebody's attention. Oh! The ghoul that was laying right there. This is actually really good XP too. What? Sounds like he's below. That caution didn't last very long. Anyway, I do think I have most of them. There's a roamer there. If I have most of them, that's a good chunk of adrenaline. Probably can get heading back over to Fort Hagen. Might run into, who knows, a couple bugs or really anything to help boost up the adrenaline just a little bit more. We'll just try a random shot once more from up here. See what we find. Ooh, dirty water. Brahmin meat. 4 fusion cores. Sheila's holotape. Well, definitely something else here. I am not sure where it is at. Feral ghoul running way over there. Maybe that's the one that's been almost detecting me. That just so happens to be the... I can pickpocket Dreth. No idea where that person is. And as we have a level up, we may as well get that done right now. Endurance is always tempting. We are only 1 rank away from Ninja, level 3, which will be very nice to have that 3.5 sneak attack damage. But I honestly think we need to take endurance one more time, and then at that point we will be up to level 5, which then Aqua Girl will be coming into play. That adds another 20 health, which our health bar is actually looking very healthy right now, which is actually a little bit of a surprise. And we are getting a little bit closer now. I mean, we don't have that much further really to go, as Dogmeat had led us around here before. It should be fairly smooth sailing back over to Fort Hagen, and then at that point we'll meet up and hopefully take out the robots. We are back at Fort Hagen now, and still just sitting on the 20% adrenaline. There is my destination, the Fort Hagen satellite array. Now, this robobrain is going to be a lot more challenging to get, as we will have to go inside there after taking out a bunch of robots on the exterior. This will be very challenging. I'm just hopeful that I won't take too much damage. There's not a good path really up to it, at least not that I am aware of, as it is sitting on a hill. They can kind of see me coming from a ways away, and there's not really any good sniper spot. Like back at Corvega, you could just go up on the bridge across the way. Now, I might be able to zoom in and pick off a few items, like you see a couple turrets there. Before I start doing that, that will draw attention. I think it is time for another shot of the drugs.
Fucking kill!
And plenty thirsty from that. This should give us some good hit points. Might have been too far away for that other turret. But there comes Mr. Handy Wrecker. Kind of want to save the crits at the moment. Might be able to... Oh, they are shooting already. Alright then. They went into blind fires. Didn't expect them to come out blind firing like that. Uh-oh, danger. Ah, just a dog. Dogs usually come in packs. Fortunately, I have to waste a crit. The dog came up on me. Half damage. Hunter's metal left arm. Worthless, we'll keep to sell though. Back into hidden. Now if we approach from a little different path, this might actually work out pretty good. I can just quick run down behind the hill and get some natural cover. I think my problem with that other turret is I was just playing too far away. Okay, so there. working their way back up. Pretty low level. Decent shot there, actually. And he was secluded. There's a rust devil right up there. Half of me just really wants to just go barging in there and hope there's not too many enemies, but I know that would be a suicide mission if I did that. And I am kind of fond of Yolanda. Not sure if this will quite work. Start backing off. Nothing's running out. Well, that's pretty surprising. There's another rock. If I can sneak up, I can just drop off that rock and get some cover too. Just keep approaching from slightly different angles. He was secluded. That's the problem, is they are so congested up in there that Psycho's worn off. That it's actually quite difficult to get a decent approach. Not about ready to just start using. Oh, come on. Don't want to start using crits on just basic rust devils either. Just stand still there, bud. Complete miss. I think I want to do manual shot. Except for I'm too slow on the trigger. Little path that way, turn around, and come right back. Wow. Guess I should have probably done some VAT shots. Close caution. There's that Mr. Handy Down. Okay. Okay. Starting to feel decent about this. could have swore that I ticked this off on the map earlier, but maybe it was just that other little antenna. So it says basically that the exterior is clear, but I'm not buying it. Those brackets are shifting way too much. In fact, I can hear somebody right above in here. Ooh, he's pretty tough. Thankfully, his back's turned to me. Come on, anytime you're ready. Thank you. There, those brackets feel very nice. And it says I have to go in there through that door, but there is a terminal at the top here that I'll have to unlock it. Just get some basic ammunition. And buff tats wore out. That was pretty good timing, actually. And here we go, the terminal. Crack that door on open. And we can enter proper. But I think that is a good spot to leave off here now. We were able to track down the last robobrain to this Fort Hagen satellite array and able to take out the exterior defenses. Next time we will venture on inside and hopefully take out the last robobrain, which we will in fact have to face off against Ahab, which that will be a little concerning as he is a super powerful sentry bot. But that will be next time. So thanks for joining and thanks for watching. And until next time, powering off.